Hi, Scooty, back with another reaction video, and today we got another Law & Crime Network vid, and this one is called Man is Caught... Hold on. This is disgusting. Man caught pleasuring himself in Walmart. Yeah, like what the fuck? In Walmart? Nigga.
Hey, give me a second.
Whoa. All the tomato sauce.
Takedown in aisle 67. Literally, a shopper is tackled in a Walmart
Yo, don't say
pasta
shit.
aisle for allegedly doing more than just exposing himself in the retail giant.
If some of the people in town would have seen that, they would have handled it differently. Are you drunk?
Wait, can we go back on that?
This nigga said I tweaked. Bro, you gotta be more than tweaked to be touching on yourself in public. When it's more than touching, he said pleasuring himself, and you better not be stroking your chicken in the meat aisle.
Just a little?
That's the part I see. I had to flip the camera to catch it.
Law & Crime obtained the shocking surveillance video, and we'll walk you through what happened.
Oh
when
my
this
gosh.
25-year-old thought no one was looking. This is Inside the Crime, presented by Law & Crime. I'm Elizabeth Miller. Now, after combing through this body cam, I'm reminded this is why I like shopping online. Because not only is this man accused of publicly exposing himself, but he's accused of masturbating while following women around in the store. Walmart shoppers got a lot more than they were expecting this day when a man is arrested for allegedly pleasuring himself in the men's department.
You gonna let him touch your pen?
Well, he's already touched everything else in the store, including himself.
But let's rewind to earlier in the day, before he was placed in cuffs.
Nah, this
On
nigga's
March
being made
21st,
fun of 'cause he's a
officers in Illinois
freak.
were dispatched to a local Walmart. According to the police report, they got word a man with dreads was touching himself and masturbating as he followed women around the store. Police say that man was 25-year-old Tyrese Gray. He's the one you see in the red sweater on this surveillance video. You can see him looking at some of the clothes in that section of the men's department. According to the police report, Tyrese's penis was allegedly exposed through his unzipped pants. Officers noted in their report they observed him walking around that section with the zipper of his pants open, looking at an employee while he was pretending like he was shopping. When one of the officers comes onto the floor to find Tyrese, by this point he's in the grocery section, shopping cart and all.
Hey, give me a second.
This nigga was walking around Walmart with his dick out of the zipper, watching women, bro. This nigga's a fucking wow. Castration is the only solution for niggas like this. You don't deserve a dick no more, nigga. Take his dick away now. Right now.
Get your hand back. Get your hand back.
Shit's crazy, bro. Got a Gucci belt on? Wait a minute. Gucci belt beaten in Wall World? What the fuck?
Ready for it, right?
Good thing they all got gloves on, bro. Holy. He more than wild for that.
All right, we got him to tell you.
The store surveillance video shows another angle of the arrest. You can see Tyrese enter the cereal aisle, then about a minute later, he's tackled by officers in the pasta aisle. The responding officers noted in their report they did collide with the pasta sauce while trying to arrest him. Some of the jars fell on the floor, breaking. One of the officers got sauce on his uniform, but another noted that Tyrese did get a small cut on his hand.
Are we done? Yes, sir. What aisle we got? Grocery side? For the grocery side. Right.
You're good.
Roll this side.
Yes, sir. What up, sir?
Broke it, German. All right, let's get him.
This nigga got a red Nike Tech Gucci belt on, some True Religions, and you over here beating it in Walmart.
We're good. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, well, you gotta understand if I don't believe you, right?
And put him in a cop car at this point, yeah.
See my video.
I ain't sleeping 2 to 3. Raw vibes. What's good, bro? I appreciate the follow, gang. Much love. They cut the audio off? Oh, yeah. What's the challenge?
You weren't good stuff up. Might try though. That'd be good. Thanks. So what's the guy? I ain't gonna say. I know. Fuck. You got it.
This is absolutely disturbing. First, what I'll say, Raw Vibes, is I'll play that. Let's finish up this this game real quick. I mean, this video real quick. $20-minute video, yeah. We're getting a you crazy gang. Hey, we reacting, bruh. Getting this all up for YouTube.
Excuse me.
Can't believe he was doing all that shit, but that's nasty.
You just gonna go right outside or?
In the LP office.
Yeah. You got any ice and pokey stick you call me?
All right, I will. Probably got one for about.
You got ID on you?
Yeah, I should.
I'll find it.
Sorry, I was being dumb today. I'm trying to look at it.
I'll agree.
No, there's nothing.
Let's regulate one.
Anybody else coming or?
Yeah. We're okay. I think Jesse's coming.
This nigga was nasty, bro.
ID or no? You got ID on you?
This one.
Okay. They already looks like he's got a little blood or pasta sauce on him.
Pasta sauce, bro.
No, it's blood.
Is it blood?
Only have a 52 come. Yeah. He's got a cut on his hand.
You roll 52. He's bleeding on his hand, I think.
That's not
He
blood.
landed on a jar of pasta sauce.
You're good.
No ID, buddy.
No, nothing?
After his alleged indecent exposure, Tyrese was told he can't shop at Walmart again. Did you know there's a reason that Law and Crime is the go-to spot for all legal and true crime content on YouTube? Just like more than $1,000 was awarded offer. Another client in Pennsylvania, even if you think it makes it so easy.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen, okay? You're gonna be restricted from all Walmarts, okay? And any Walmart you go into is going into the system, okay? And it's gonna have a picture of your face. If you're caught in a Walmart, they can call the cops and they will arrest you immediately. Everything that happened today will be in the system, okay? I know you can't sign, so I'm gonna go ahead because you're cuffed, obviously. When they get here to uncuff you, do you want to sign or are you gonna refuse to sign? Okay.
You gonna let him touch your pen?
Well, he's already touched everything else in the store, including himself.
Freak kills. Freak body. At least you got get a lag today. I was at home on there.
Well,
Here you go. Let's see the.
tell you this much.
He's like, come on. He's like,
Be lucky we called the cops, because if some of the people in town would have seen that, they would have handled you differently. Are you drunk?
wait, can we go back on that?
Just a little?
That's the part I see. I had to flip the camera to catch it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just being stupid.
So you missed that part?
Yeah, it's,
I just seen the
not
grab
like
and like
that.
in the aisle, and then once it hit the aisle, I turned around. It was like everybody was already like going down at the same time. Then like yeah. And then was like. I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, can I see it? I mean, I don't give a fuck. Let me see it.
You've been looking at enough shit today.
Alright, I'm gonna, hey,
I need to take his picture.
No. They're just.
I'm gonna step out with the info and I want to see.
Just like if somebody else got a cut from a bottle or a glass jar or something. That's what you got. He's been, he understands that it goes along with the system.
need to go to the hospital or
No, it's just a cut. I feel fine. I feel fine. I feel fine. It just needs to be clean. That's all. It just needs to be
That
clean.
little spot?
Yeah.
Nothing else? Just the blood dripping around?
Yeah, that just looks worse than what it is.
The fuck is wrong with this dude, bro? Do you think you can make it to champ rank? I don't know, to be honest. I've never played Stumble Guys. I ain't sleeping 2 to 3. Hey, Enoch, thank you for the follow, bro. Just to let y'all know what we're watching, this is a man that got caught pleasuring himself in Walmart. Absolutely disgusting. They caught him on camera walking down the aisles following women with his pants unzipped and his willy hanging out the zipper. So, yeah. Chop that nigga nuts off. Chop that nigga nuts off.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's covered up a little bit. That's all. Gotcha. And then I'll get you a bit.
It's extremely... Because, like, why would you do that?
Hostile.
Yeah, I mean-
Hostile. You should know that.
What?
It's the pasta aisle.
He's not Italian, he's great.
What are they talking about?
That's what I was thinking. Romano does.
No, like full swing. It was 8 times, right?
Well, now,
Yeah.
no, 6, 8, 7, 6.
Attention all Walmart associates, can we please get maintenance to A6 for a glass cleanup? Maintenance to
Take down
A6
or
for a glass
purpose?
cleanup. Thank you.
Oh, do you want him to sign?
Yeah.
Hold on.
All good? You guys want me to else?
Just lean forward a little. Lean forward a little for me.
Heard something else. I was like, what?
Alright, boys. Sounds a little bad looking, sorry.
How do people even think of doing that? Yo, I don't know, bro. Some people are just like, he said he was a little drunk. I still don't understand how I ain't never been a little drunk and decided to just whip it out. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, I don't even think about touching my dick when I'm drunk. I could barely piss right. You know, like, if anything, I'm thinking about something to fall into that make me laugh or some shit. You know, that's what I do when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, I turn into a complete liability to myself and to my body. I bang my head because it don't make me feel nothing. I'll be like, damn, that's kind of funny. It's not funny when I wake up, though.
I think the internet will just be a wise choice for you. I mean,
That-
plenty of sites for that.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga, they got the hub for this, bro. And you over here stroking in Walmart? Was it really worth it? Nigga, there ain't even shit there.
No, that's, yeah, that's on Mr. Ferris gets a hold of it. That's on him.
That dude in the yellow Jeep gonna be looking for you, man. What's his name? The dude that be doing all those videos and stuff on the internet?
Yeah.
Hernandez! Hey, let me get his picture real quick.
I thought you couldn't take my picture though. I thought she just literally said you didn't want my picture.
No,
Already cool.
she said that was in the paper. Huh?
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. If you want to money transport him, I'll get the information and do a little sauce cleanup. Which, oh, you're behind me?
Where is this at again? Police or what?
How do I? Is there anything I can do to avoid that? I mean, it's my first time ever getting punched.
This isn't, we don't have anything to do with the patch. They just pull all the reports and they decide what goes in the paper and not.
We'll go around on the left side.
Yeah.
While everyone could get a good laugh in, the 25-year-old was still charged with public indecency, resisting arrest, and criminal damage to property. And even though he was arrested in the spring, his case is still ongoing. Well, I'm really
Damn.
glad that the employees were able to have a laugh and they thought it was kind of funny. But again, he's still facing criminal charges. I'm joined now by criminal defense attorney Safa Robinson Ferrer. Safa, always great to see you. But I'm curious to know, how hard is it to defend a client accused of something like this when you have surveillance video plus him admitting
What happened on Friday, bro?
he was being stupid that day?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to defend. I mean, the video certainly isn't going to help. It's going to corroborate the statement of any witness and the 911 caller that alleged that they found this man masturbating on live CCTV. So we have that component that will likely be introduced into evidence at a trial if this case makes it that far. We have the witness statements, and then we have his own admission that he was just being stupid. But how stupid, quote unquote, do you really want to be, in the sense that you find yourself in a significant legal situation charged with a crime for this alleged conduct?
Yeah.
And it's interesting, too, because, you know, that this would make it any better if this happened late at night or anything like that, but this was in the middle of the day. There were a lot of shoppers in that Walmart, and he was allegedly doing this over in the men's department. But what's your take on this case as a whole, especially because it was in broad daylight in a public area where a lot of shoppers were walking around? I mean, I'm thinking to myself, kids could have been around, especially in that area. It's in the clothing area, a place where a lot of people go. And so I'm wondering your thoughts on just the case as a whole.
You know, the case as a whole, I think here screams lack of judgment, but there also could be a component here where we're talking about mental health. And there's always a fine line between mental health and culpability in certain cases. You know, who goes to a Walmart in the middle of broad daylight, knowing that there
hell
are
no.
going to be people there
Fuck those
openly
niggas, bro.
exposing themselves and masturbating in a men's
Vid's almost
department
done.
section, something that, you know, should be kept behind closed doors in theory. You know, you bring that openly into the public, and, you know, it's not uncommon where we hear situations like this occurring, but it's not common to the point where it's socially accepted or socially acceptable. And again, we've got children there, we've got elderly people, you know, we've got men and women combined that are just going about their day, minding their business. So what would make someone want to do this? Was this done as a joke, or was this done because there's something there with respect to mental health that needs to be addressed that caused this person to feel or believe that this was some type of appropriate conduct?
Does it mitigate any of this, knowing that he says that he was under the influence of alcohol? He said that he was a little bit drunk during this incident. Does that mitigate anything at all?
I don't think it's going to mitigate it. You know, each state has different statutory rules and defenses to certain things, you know, but with regard to what he's charged with, we'll have to take a look at.
I think him saying that he was a little drunk could fuck him in court, because if they go and find out that the nigga drove to Walmart, then that means he was driving under the influence as well. Right? Is that not how that works?
The mens rea requirement or the mental culpability requirement to see if it's intentionally, you know, if it's knowingly, or just kind of a catch-all with respect to just strict liability in doing this action out in public. But I think that the combination of alcohol, again, does not help if we factor in whether or not there are mental health implications with this particular individual. Alcohol and mental health do not mix. It just leads to bad circumstances, you know, and so we'll have to take a look at that. But I don't think that the fact that he probably was drinking is going to mitigate this much, if at all.
And, you know, public indecency, while it's not a charge like murder, it is still pretty serious. And if he's convicted, would that mean he would have to also register even as a sex offender?
It's very possible that he would, and I think this took place in the state of Illinois, and so it would depend on Illinois sex offender registration requirements and things of that nature. But in a lot of these cases, you do ultimately see individuals in cases like this where they are found to be sex offenders, and we have what we call SORA hearings here in New York, sex offender registration hearings, where the court will determine what level sex offender this person is, they will be required to register as a sex offender, disclose that to any jurisdiction in which they live in. Also, they can't live in a certain distance from schools and things like that.
Yeah, and probably
Very possible there.
Yeah, exactly. And not possibly be around children and things like that. I could see it possibly escalating. And that's what makes this case so interesting, because it's like, well, maybe he didn't think he was doing necessarily anything wrong. No one was getting hurt. Maybe he didn't think at the time people were seeing him. There are still consequences to these types of offenses and these types of actions. But, you know, what I was surprised to see too, Safa, was that his case is still ongoing, even though his arrest was earlier this spring. Is this a case that you see possibly going all the way to trial?
It's always possible, you know, there's always the high likelihood that a trial could be at the end of this case. And the person, anybody that's charged with a crime, they are entitled to a trial at the end of their case. What's probably going on here is, and this is not uncommon, is that there's negotiations going on between the district attorney's office and the defendant's attorney to find out how they are going to resolve this case. If mental health is at play, they may have some type of 730 exam in New York. That's what we call it with regard to mental competency. They have their variation of it in the state of Illinois, so that could be at play. Sometimes in cases like this, you might see a plea offer from the district attorney's office that says we want a mental health evaluation. Any
Hey, Makai, what's good, bro?
Provider, and then if you successfully engage and complete your mental health treatment, then this case will go away or will dismiss the charges. So that is also a possibility here.
And I'm sure probably his defense attorney or public defender is probably hoping to get any type of sex offender registry off of the table if there were to be any type of plea negotiations. And you know, he's already been banned from Walmart. That's what the employees told him at the time he was arrested. But do you see it also being a possibility he could serve jail time too?
Absolutely. I believe he's charged with a misdemeanor in this case, and traditionally misdemeanors, you face up to 1 year in the county jail of whatever jurisdiction you live in. Some misdemeanors have a lower sentence, some have 90 days and things of that nature. But it's certainly something that he can face incarceration for, although, you know, it's not your homicide, it's not an assault. You know, this is just a public indecency and things like that, but that's certainly something he could be incarcerated for.
I think probably realizing the seriousness of his alleged actions, I think he has a lot to think about, especially being only 25 years old, and hopefully he won't do something stupid like this ever again. Safa Robinson Ferrer, I want to thank you so much for your time and your insight.
Shout out Inside Law and Crime, y'all. It's a crazy video. I can't believe he got caught doing that. Don't be doing no dumb shit like that. I don't know if it was because he was drunk or if because he's just dumb, stupid, probably all of the above, but do better. Till next time, YouTube, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Be sure to like, subscribe. Peace.